Hang on. I've made a boo-boo, Skazz, already. I've started broadcasting. I've made an error.
What you done?
I've popped to pop you out.
Eh? Oh, what have I...
So hang on. Sorry, the audio viewers. I've really screwed this up.
What's just happened? Where's my face? Get rid of it.
Where are we? Why is that not working?
Why's what not working? Oh, what, popping out on Discord? You might need to verify your age, mate.
Oh, don't tell me. No, no,
That'd be
no.
so funny. Go on, Discord, come on!
Hang on a second, what's going on here? Right. I'm going back to the holding. No, I can't go back to the holding because I can't see what the... I'm going to set to do that. Right, hang on.
Have you not got like 12 screens? Can't you just full screen Discord on another monitor?
Hang on a second. I will fix this. I
think I can. I think I can.
Right. Hey, there it goes. It's fixed itself. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's
some
fixed.
Of that vibe coding stuff.
And my webcam was pointing at my crotch. So
excellent.
This has been a really good start. This has been a fantastic start to a fantastic episode. But it's all right. This will all get edited out. Can you run the Suffolk Ram?
Skazz.
Welcome to episode 285 of the Randos podcast.
That's one more than the last one we did.
It is indeed one more than the last one we did. I'm glad.
One less than what we might do in the future.
I'm glad that you can count still, Skazz. I'm really glad about that.
Mate, that's debatable.
Well, you can just add one. If you can keep adding one, you'll be all right.
That's all computers do. Add one.
That's true. They literally could. Well,
they can only add one. They can either add one or take it away.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's their only option they have in life.
It's like, okay, what do I do next? Do I add one? Or do I take one? What do you want me to do? Oh, I should add one, take one. Add one, take one, add one, take one.
We should see it as inspirational. Whenever anyone says, I have literally got no options in life, I'm stuck in the rut, you say to them, look, computers can either add or take away one, and look what they can do. So you may not be able to, you look how much the computer's overachieving in things.
Mate, be careful, because someone's likely to go a bit off the deep end if you were to say that. But at least they've got options, add or take away. It's like, well, you can do the same thing. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
So Lemmings Day, they had lemmings in Red Dwarf.
Something like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
When Rimmer worked for the Samaritans.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, suicide. Yeah. Good old
suicide hotline.
Yeah. Good old Red Dwarf. Can't beat those names. So, how you been, Skazz?
I've been alive, only just busy, and only playing games that I've already played before. How about yourself, Gav?
I've been alive. I've been fighting DaVinci, which is now hopefully the forces hopefully have fixed.
Is it just DaVinci or?
So far, it's just with DaVinci. DaVinci saying, "Oh, look at a lovely big SSD hard drive you've got there." Gulp.
Gone. How big is your SSD anyway?
One of them, the one I was using for this one's 4 terabytes.
Oh wow, rich man SSD that.
I mean, I may have like 4 of them in the PC, but
you went 4 SSDs at 4 teras a pop.
Well, yeah, you know.
Mate, you could sell those now and buy a house.
I know. I invested wisely.
Fucking yeah, what an investment. Same with the RAM in your machine.
This is like the guy who actually bought Bitcoin thinking it wasn't going to go anywhere and ended up being a billionaire.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
I've got an AI powerhouse sat down on my machine here, apparently.
Oh, mate, fucking just don't. Furious. Right, I had my Steam Deck went corrupt, actually. A week ago? 2 weeks ago? Something like that.
Shit.
Sometime after the last podcast, so just shy 2 weeks ago. It was a partition went dodgy after an update. And which is actually going to be funny because I'm going to ask you a question in a bit. And I was like, oh, fuck. You know how when you're really tired and you can't do a really simple task and that then sets you up for failure for the rest of the night?
I call those weekdays, yeah.
Yeah, well, that was my groove. It's like, right, all I need to do is I need to go into Grub. I need to get access to a terminal. I need to log in and then basically run the Linux equivalent of check disk and we're good. Right? I stumbled before I even got to that point. Right? Before I even got to modifying grub, which is like literally adding in a couple of lines. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I've got the brains for terminal this time in the morning. It's something I've done like a million times before. But I can't. I'm not doing it, so I'm just going to make it even worse. And I spent all day fixing a problem that should have took me like 2 minutes. And then, because I was like, I'm going to end up deleting all my stuff off my Steam Deck. I didn't. I just deleted all of like my Steam games and like some configuration files for Steam OS itself. But all of the stuff in my user area, in my home directory, was still there. So all my config files, all my applications, all that kind of stuff was still there. But all of the kind of disposably Steamy stuff went away, which is kind of a nice thing about SteamOS. If something goes wrong, it tries to keep your user stuff and your gamey stuff separate. So if it does need to do a restore, 9 times out of 10, your user area is going to be, you're pretty good. But it was just so... I ended up wiping all my stuff. And I thought, well, instead of wiping it all, because I didn't realize I'd fucked it at this point. So I didn't need to. Had I have just put in that command to start with and got it to go, I wouldn't have had to delete all my games or anything. I ran the restore script. It failed because it didn't fix the problem with the partition because it wasn't, that's not what it was for. So I deleted all my stuff Steam-wise. Had to run the check disk anyway. Got everything up and running again. And before I'd done all that, I was thinking, hey yo, I'll just buy an SSD. I normally keep little M2 SSDs laying about for some of my other stuff. So I carry around like 6 terabytes of drives in my bag, like little tiny. I can't remember what the size was, like 2230s or something like that. The really short M2 SSDs. I normally keep a bunch of those. Check them; they're all full. Oh, I'll buy one. Prices couldn't have gone that crazy, and a drive that I would have bought last year for 120 to 140, £400. I was like, you can fuck off. For an extra 70 quid, I can buy a whole new Steam Deck.
Yep.
I was like, fuck off.
This is DDR4 prices are rising as well now.
I did hear that it's getting bad, that it's gone from just DDR5 to 4, because we need RAM. Nothing's optimized, so we need RAM.
And in the PC as well.
Yeah, that's it. RAM comes to save the day. Like, what's your hourly rate these days, RAM? Because you're in demand.
A stick of DDR5.
No one can afford that, and you know it.
Hey, you want the best, you pay the best.
Oh, mate, it's brutal. So it sounds like we're both having minor technical difficulties with your rich person SSD.
I mean, yeah, but imagine if DaVinci was trying to gobble up a spinning Rust disk. How long that would take it then?
Could you imagine having like 24 terabytes and just having the entire scratch filled with cache?
DaVinci was giving it a bloody good go.
It's like, why did you do? Did you ever figure out why it was doing it?
No, I've not. I think I fixed it, but I'm not sure.
It's one of those. It's like, look, it's not doing it right now. So whatever's happened, fuck it. It doesn't matter. It's not doing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, you made a point that maybe it was the MOV file it didn't like. Maybe, but even so, I don't think that should justify creating from what's like a few gigabytes in size I mean, what was this cache? What was it trying to do?
Yeah, mate, I know.
I mean, you're using DaVinci, and it suddenly goes, "You've run out of cache space. You've got less than a gigabyte left. Can you please fix this?" And I was like, "Huh? You've got like best part 4 terabytes to play with. How can you be out of cache now?"
But does it not normally build caches for other projects, or
this was for the one project, Skazz. This is all for one project, which has has like what 3 timelines in it, like the time I'm editing and the compound clip time. That's about it. This is it, and yet somehow it's telling that one timeline to. And the thing is, I wouldn't mind so much if it actually seemed to work, so that you could actually play through it. But from what I could tell, no, it was. From what I could tell, it was caching everything but the bit I wanted to edit.
So let me get this straight. So that'd have been if you guys had set up the same way I was, that'd have been what 3 video clips, and then 6 audio clips for each of us, but you'd have cut that down to gameplay, you, me, Zaber. So you'd have ended up with 4 clips versus however much plus 2 for video.
So what you end up with is, it depends if I basically, how I normally do it, I have like one big, I start off my edit, which I sync everything up, so everything gets synced up first. And that has everything, and that's a bit of a chog because that's quite obviously a lot of files in that. I then
that'd be 18 audio files, 3 video files.
So yeah, stuff like Well, it means they only have 4 audio tracks for us.
Oh, do you? Okay, so I go overboard.
Yeah, you have a couple of extra tracks. Which, to be fair, I think a couple of them is definitely dead anyway. When it comes through, it's empty. So so what I do, sync everything up. I then do like a real reorder whereby for each, because obviously we've got if we've got multiple cameras, I have to do it this way. So I'll have like my file with the overlay, which has got my logo avatar on the top of it. I then have 4 audio tracks: the gameplay, my audio, your audio, Zaber's audio. Right. I keep it in that order just for sanity's sake. And then I will even reorganize other people's tracks all the same. So I'll do it. So that'll then become one compound clip. That's technically got 2 video, 4 audio. Do the same with Zaber, same with yours. From that, I create a multicam clip. So I've got all 3 synced up, and so I can just flip between the cameras. And then I have the actual edit one, which I drag the multi-clamp into, and so I can switch between the different tracks. That's what I normally do, and that works fine. I have had to start changing because when we do these game days now, that's obviously quite a long track, and that has proved a bit much because quite 6 hours of 3 cameras in one edit is a bit much. So I've now started doing as we record it in chunks, I'm doing like in the chunk at a time. Yeah, that would cost about 2 hours, which is fine.
Is it that it causes the machine to stutter and hang, or is it just
playback? Playback can be a bit stuttery. It's one of those things. It's all like flags back and forth. But I think because it's such a long clip, because it's trying to I think cache through the entire thing. It makes a big problem. Now, obviously, with Bloody Traplands, that was actually in some ways should have been easy because we all see the same screen. So
well, that's what I was thinking, because when you said that you were having playback, it's like, no, that was the one of the only ones we've had in recent history where it's been a single screen.
Exactly. So all I did on that one was I had an overlay with our icons, which admittedly I had to fiddle with because on different screens where we end the level, we end up in different places. So I have to move the overlay so you can actually see it properly. Okay. Because obviously, if you exit like the top right, I can't have the icons up there.
Oh, sure.
So I have to move. I move around per level effectively.
Right.
But then all I did was basically did I was doing a single cap. So the overlays, which are over several tracks, camera, game audio, my audio, your audio, Zaber's audio, pulled from your video clips, so it's all nice and synced up. And then I've been trying to edit that. So there's no multicam in this because it's just a compound clip I've been adding the timeline. Yeah.
So it should have been easier.
Yeah. So I do wonder, now you mentioned that you recorded an MOV, maybe that's what's upset it, because that's I think the first time you've given me, I can't remember if you've ever given me MOV files before.
No, I think that might have been my first one.
Yeah, and I wonder if maybe that's what's upset it a little bit.
Interesting.
I mean, but
I could always switch back to MKV. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I think perhaps we could experiment to see if it was the MOV file causing the trouble.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, so I had planned to have because it's not really a lot to edit. It's basically sort of like cutting out some of the dead space, where we're just dying constantly. Cutting
never happened. Loads of glitching
yeah.
in that game.
And cutting out the bits for I just need to nip to the loo, lads, or I'm just going to go grab a drink. Now I'll cut all those bits. It shouldn't really need a lot of editing. So I was hoping to blast through it. I thought this is going to be easy. This should be almost like sort of real time blast through it. So
famous last words, mate.
Yeah. So I tried to sit down last Sunday to do it, and I had a whole day free. Tried to do it all, and I got 40 minutes done. And it's this is great. I've got another one coming up this weekend, so I'm behind again. Thank goodness I've got a holiday coming end of February, so I might have to play catch up. But I was desperate. I was determined this year that I wasn't going to get behind, because last year I had a really bad start to the year. I was really unwell, and I got right behind, and that took me all year to basically catch up. And I'm determined not to do that
again. But
Rama,
only take one thing.
Yeah.
If you've got one specific day that you want to work on a project or whatever, it just takes one thing on that one day to derail absolutely everything, and then sacrifices have to be made, and
Well, what I try and do is I try and allocate myself an hour in the evening to edit. Is what I was when I used to when I saw caught up. I was basically, I'm just going to sit down, I'm going to set time for 1 hour. I'm just going to edit constantly for the next hour. I'm not going to look at it, and that's like makes a nice little bite-sized chunk. I get bin, and then you sort of then trawl through it all and get it done. But I've been, because obviously I said I was fighting it last Sunday. I've been fighting it on and off all week trying to get this fixed. But I think I've fixed it now. Hopefully, I fixed it now. So I literally rendered out my first 2 episodes last night.
On the project that, in theory, should have been the easiest one we've done in.
It should have been a fucking easy project, yeah, because it's single cams are easy.
I mean, are you playing on the ultra wide? So are you still capturing ultra wide but cropping in, or?
So in general, because I tend to set up in such a way that it would cause at 1920 by 1080, just so it all is consistent.
Yeah.
I know, so of course.
Well, no, sometimes because you'd play in ultra wide, so we'd end up cropped in on your screen.
If that's worst case scenario, that's my last resort. Usually, I fiddle it so that either it's it's showing normal 16 by 9 widescreen, but I'll play with like black bars either side, but I'm only recording the middle bit, which I do, or like some games like Vermintide, surprisingly. You set it to 1920 by 1080, it just stretches across the screen, but when it gets pulled into OBS, it comes out correctly if you do a screen capture.
Oh, weird.
So when I was playing Vermintide, everything was stretched for me.
So really wide targets.
Yeah, everything was like every Skaven looked really fat.
All right.
But when it came out, it looked fine because it was like. It's stretching it for the screen to make right, but because I was recording it like direct capture, it was then being correctly set up. But if I try and do either of those as a preference, the best one is have it on the screen, but I have black boxes either side, and I'm getting just the middle. That's what normally works, and that's the best way. If not, try and squeeze it, and if not, then I have to just cut bits off the side, which I try and avoid doing if I can. Yeah, sure. Because you often end up losing like HUD elements and stuff. But some games like Green Hell tends to do that. You had to sort of cut it off site. It's fortunately most game designers design games not that don't really take ultra-wide as a bit of an afterthought, so usually it's not a problem. But it's I have to fiddle with every game. Every game I have to fiddle with it to get it right.
That's one of the things I've always hated about PC gaming. It's got a lot better over the years, but for fuck's sake, just sometimes you're like, just please, just let it just run. Let it just detect what I have and run.
Yeah.
Or let me, kind of like Steam OS does it with this thing called, I'm probably going to get this wrong, it's Game Scope, and you effectively containerize the screen. So you can say, don't run any game higher than the dimensions I set in the container, and then you can go like 1080p, and then every game gets automatically scaled to 1080p, or... Yeah,
I mean, I can also always run it in like windowed mode. That's another option I could do, which does. I can't remember the last time I had to do that a while ago, but I did have to do it with one game about 2-3 years ago. It was the only way I could get it to capture. So that's why I tend to know what we're going to do before, so I have time to actually fiddle with it and get it working, make sure it's going to run right before I start. So once again, I'm behind. Yay!
Congratulations,
Fresh new year. I'm behind everything already. Yay!
Like I say, it only takes one thing on a day to go wrong. And I mean, how much worse could it possibly get that you want to do an edit and then your editing software goes wrong? Like, it can't get any worse.
It's so frustrating.
The only other thing that could go wrong is that your footage gets corrupt.
Yeah. Yes.
There's not much else that can go wrong there. It's either you can edit it or you fucking can't edit it. Do you have the footage or don't you have the footage? Is your editor going to process it or not? Well,
one thing I find, I don't know if this is a DaVinci thing or if it's of software things, but if I close Premiere, open it, and the waveform has like the waveforms, the audio is there, but the waveform is blank, and it has almost like re-encoded,
rebuild itself.
Yeah. And does even if like a file you've already had open before, even if you had the audio open, you think, can you not remember? Do you not like create cache you can remember from last time? But so it's got to do it again.
Adobe used to do that back in the day, and that was actually thanks to that cache that I was able to save an edit because so it completely. I had a crash. It completely corrupted the footage, but thankfully, Adobe. The one time I'll say thankfully to Adobe is that it kept a cache of the audio. It was a terrible cache. I've told the story a million times where a sentence would repeat itself like 2 or 3 times, you know. So, you know, the little dog jumped over, little dog jumped over there, and you'd have to cut it to make a coherent sentence.
Yeah.
But if it weren't for that cache, it was supposed to have video to go with it, but in the end, I managed to kind of storyboard something together and cut the audio together. It took fucking forever. But if it weren't for that cache, it would have been stuffed.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, so normally what I do with DaVinci, the only way around it is basically I put the PC to sleep. I don't ever shut it off.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, to be fair, these days it's not really a big deal so much, apart from you need to refresh every so just to sort of clear your RAM out.
Yeah.
Which is doing what I say when I go to the loo. But other than that, but if I do that, so I try and avoid, if I can, closing DaVinci when we're doing it so I get it finished. But there we go. Ho hum. That's great.
Sounds fucking fantastic, mate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's all right. We're going to be recording another 6 hours on Sunday. It'll be fine.
Do you think there's any chance you'll be able to get through even half of what we got before then?
Do.
Okay.
I'll do what I can, and like I say, unfortunately I've got a week coming up, not next week, the week after. So if worst case, I'll just blast it through then. I think at least I'm hoping once I've got once I've solved whatever problem this is, it'll be straightforward. It won't take long to do.
Yeah.
But we've got to get to there first. So we've got the side hustle because we're probably going to be. Well, I say we should be finishing on Sunday. I'm not so sure, given how it. You know, there's like 4 zones. There's like I should say we're talking about Bloody Trapland's Curiosity something 2 here.
Yeah.
Bloody Trapland's 2 Curiosity something. I think it was all cats. Which is a platformer puzzle game. Really, no, more just platforming game, just skill based.
Yeah. Imagine in the theme of Super Meat Boy, but with co-op. And that basically there's loads of stuff scattered around. The object is you start at one point of the map, you have to get to another point on the screen, and avoid all kinds of obstacles like chainsaws and spike traps and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. In this case, yeah. The fact that you can use each other as an obstacle to get over another thing or a stopping point is kind of neat. One
thing I'm really fan about the co-op mode on that is that it only requires one of you to complete the level for it to be completed.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Because we had been fucked if we all had to do that, because there comes a point where you and Zabe are off the other side of the level doing stuff as you game me. There's me just trying to get past the first bit still.
Well, in fairness though, man, like you don't often play on pad, do you? And I think you were playing on pad.
I was playing on pad.
You know, so... And platformers they're not normally your cup of tea, are they?
I cannot remember the last time I played a platformer. I actually generally cannot remember. It must have been on the PlayStation. It must be.
I mean, so, you know, they still make PlayStations now, Ram, so it could have been that long ago.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, the PlayStation. Maybe, PlayStation 2, probably, is my last. Actually, might be the Sega. The last time I played a platformer.
For any kids here, right, the PlayStations are numbered in order. Even though there are 8 PlayStation 5s, right, there's still only a console, yeah?
Yeah.
And when Ram says PlayStation, he means like 4 consoles before the one you're on now, right?
Yeah.
He means like the first one.
Yeah.
But was it 1994?
It must have been. Actually, it must be more like it's probably more the Sega Mega Drive I probably last played a platform. Actually, thinking about it, because no, I have played a platformer.
Oh,
I have. I played a platformer and I will tell you the date because I know where it is. I played a platformer. I last played a platform game on November the 2nd, 2013.
Oh, mate, no.
That was
a little bit out of practice, didn't you?
Super Fog HD.
God, no. Yeah, the Amiga game?
the Amiga game, but it was remastered for and put on PC. And I played that game using a mouse and keyboard.
You poor bastard.
Yeah, that was, and so a lot. That was 20. So it's been over 12.
And in case anyone's curious, that's a Euro platformer, and those are miserable, generally.
That was 12 and a half. 12
What is Euro platformer style one at Super Frog?
I believe so, yeah.
It's fucking, oh my god.
Oh, it's not on Steam anymore.
I'm fucking not surprised.
Yeah, if you try and go to the store page, it doesn't go anywhere.
It's probably because you haven't got age verification, mate.
Yeah, age verification for Super Frog.
You'd be surprised these days, Ram. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. It's been 12 years since I last played a platformer.
And he did great. Mate, honestly, there were some levels when you got ahead of me and Zaber, there were some of us and we're like, how the fuck did we get past this? And then fucking Ram does, I don't know what the fuck Ram did, but he manages to get ahead.
I had one moment of glory, which is where I jumped. There was like a blade that like oscillated back and forth, and I had to jump through the middle of it, and I successfully achieved it more through luck than judgment. And I completed the level. I was like, I contributed.
He did it, mate. Look, legit, if oh mate, if you and Saber weren't there at the end, I was running on autopilot. By the time we got 4 stages through, I was practically just holding forward and pressing jump.
Well, let me put it this way, Skazz. Our first 2-hour section of video covers the sort of like foresty world we started in, the desert world, and the ice world. We do that in the first 2 hours. And I think there's only 4 worlds. Because I think the world after that is like the sort of like fiery, lavary death world. I think
Zone 4. You know that one where we had to start doing the weird timed jumps as we went over the walls and that. There was a couple of them, weren't there? That one where we had to go right and then had to do that weird kind of run and jump over the platforms.
Yeah.
That one made my brain hurt. I think Zaber finished that one in the end. What did I do? I can't remember. Either way, at that point, my head was like fried. I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. I think we've got like 3 levels left to go on that one, but that might take us all Sunday to do. I won't be playing stuff afterwards, but the trouble is, bless him, Saber, he keeps his profile private, so I can't see what games he's got.
Yeah, he's a cheeky bastard, isn't he?
Yeah. What's he hiding?
Who gives a crap?
What is the Danish man hiding?
I know exactly what he's hiding. All of them hentai games he's got.
That makes sense.
Saber. We know you've got them. We don't care.
We've seen you give all the upvotes on them.
That's true. No, it is true. That is true.
Upvote, time played, 7,000 hours. He says he was leading raids in World of Warcraft.
It's been verified. Review. Fantastic tits. Send.
All I say is he kept telling us he was leading guilds in World of Warcraft. Was he? Was that really raised? Was that really? Is it like you know, waifus of witches or something? I don't know.
No, man, it's boobs versus zombies. That is an actual game on Steam, by the way.
I could believe it. Yeah, I could believe that being a game. Boobs versus zombies.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, mate. Go for it.
But yeah, Bloody Trapland. I'd say it is a fun game.
Yeah, definitely begins with F.
Yeah, it's a game. It's not the most unbuggy of co-op. It did desync quite often.
It did. I do wonder though, because the desyncs, there were times. So sometimes we were all off. A lot of the times that was just me being off, and I wonder if that's because I'm running on Linux.
Maybe, because like there's a boss battle where you're fighting a penguin for reasons, and you were definitely not on the ship from our point of view. You were like floating like half a screen behind it.
Yeah, so were you. You were ahead of me all the time.
Yeah, but me and Zaber were. So it's like me and Zaber were in sync, but you weren't, and vice versa for yourself. But that was weird, quite amusing.
I was like, where the fuck are they going? How did they do that?
Yeah.
What are we dodging?
Oh, because you not see what we were dodging. Were you getting different things come through?
Well, because it was weird because well, like sometimes on my screen, you're well out of the way where things are being fired at us. So I was like, well, they can't get hit. What are they jumping for? Like the things are on
Ah,
my screen coming at me. So I'm like, well, they're like let's say that the range is kind of like, I don't know, the leftmost third of the screen. Well, if you guys are on the rightmost third of the screen and the objects are coming on the side of the screen that I'm at, I'm like, why are they jumping for?
yeah, there you go, you see. Mystery jumping. But then we did it in the end.
Yeah.
Bless him. I don't know how long that lasted. I think that took about 20 minutes, that boss fight.
Yeah, oh, mate, that was pretty brutal.
One thing that I will say that is nice about the game is such that it's like there's no like continuations or lives. You just die, you respawn, and try again. Even the boss fight. So you will win eventually by grinding them down. It's not like, oh yeah, you have to survive to complete this.
We clog it with gore.
Yeah, you do, yeah. Because at the very end of the game, when you die, when you complete the level, all your deaths get shown on the screen. They're just like marks of the deaths on the screen, and sometimes it can take a long time to watch all them go through because we died an awful lot.
Glitches.
Glitches. I also thought the level gets completely covered in blood whenever you die. Just like blood streaks go everywhere, and gradually.
That is kind of cool, isn't it?
So,
Pristine level until you get hit by a trap, and all of a sudden it just sprays everyone.
Yeah, and it's like there's no health bars. It's a trap, you're dead.
Yep.
Yeah, stand on someone's head, you're dead.
We don't take full damage, do we?
No.
Do we?
No. But you can fall into things.
Yeah. Jump on people, dead. Run into trap, dead. Fire pit. No. So fire takes a little bit. You can no. Sunlight. You can burn in strong sunlight.
Yeah.
You can freeze in cold water in it.
Yeah, so on the ice and the desert level, you've got to keep out of sunlight, otherwise you gradually catch fire.
That's fun.
Yeah, and then also as you say on the ice level, ice world, because every platform game has the same set of worlds. You know, jungle world.
It was kind of neat because we were navigating around like a Mario 3 style overworld, weren't we? We were like level, move across the map a bit. Go across like the lines, like the paths to the levels were lines. But then after you finished a world, you'd get access to like a boat or something like that, and that was almost like free form.
Yeah, and there were some slight hidden levels as well. But we never seem to unlock any of those. And there's also
you had to get coins, didn't you? Coins or medals or something like that.
I don't think we ever found any of them, or if we did, we just didn't notice them, or we just didn't go for.
I saw a couple, but they were so far out the way. It's just like
can't be asked.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fun little platforming game. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to complete that by myself. Not in a million years.
I reckon you could with a bit of practice, mate.
No, towards the end, I was like, I'm getting fucking fed up with this because it's like I can't just get here. Why is this not working? I swear you guys can jump higher than me. I swear. I don't care because you go up or you go bang bang bang. You're on the wall like a spider up a drain pipe. I try it and I'm like a spider with no legs up a drain pipe.
So you're just gonna rolls at it.
I just bounce off. It's like, how is it these guys just go bounce up and down the wall like nothing, and I try and do it and I just fall further down.
So a trick is, as soon as you latch onto the wall, so just like jump and then jump straight away. As soon as you hit it, jump straight off it the other way.
Yeah.
So go, right, left, right, left, right, left. Don't try and stay on it because you just lose momentum and slow and drop.
I'm secretly convinced what actually happened is because I couldn't obviously see you guys on the camera. I think what actually happened is whilst you were playing, you'd actually stolen like a 6-year-old child to play it for you because they got the reactions and the skill level to do it. And Saber probably found some Danish child somewhere to do it for him, and you would like do the commentary and stuff, but they're actually playing the game for you. That's what I reckon
we just
happened.
Sat there like on the sofa.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, ice cream.
Yeah. There's Paul Ram trying to do it properly, and there's, oh, am I doing well, Papa Skazz? You're doing very well, son. Very well.
Good
yes.
job.
Good job. Good job.
First try. No, if we'd have actually got kids involved, they'd have just fucking steamrolled those levels first try. No questions.
Yeah. That's got the ultimate test of reaction time and just general sort of ability to do things is, platform games.
Yeah.
I do not believe there's no sport in the world that has the reaction time required to be a platform game player.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially like that. I mean, because sometimes like things would trigger. You wouldn't even have enough time to really process what was going on. I tried to plan my routes through the levels right from the start because I knew that as soon as we were to hit certain points, like if a trap triggered, what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and go, well, if I do this now, up to late, you're dead.
what's annoying is in real life, my reaction times are pretty good. in general, I've been told my reaction times are really quite good for some of my age.
Input lag.
It's input lag. Yeah, it's because I'm using a wireless
Input lag,
controller.
mate. You need to get a better screen, faster controller.
Fast controller. It's like that's faster than the speed of electricity. I need to be faster.
That's it. Like, how else is it going to be able to poll for all those button presses?
Get one of those quantum controllers that can like sort of predict all possible paths before it happens.
Dude, just train your AI to play it for you.
Yeah. Do you think that's a bit when they have quantum controls? People blame the interference patterns generated by the waveforms.
Probably.
Yeah. Trouble is, mate, you observe the electrons on that one, so it's become deterministic, and it's determined where you're going to go. You should left it in the unbroken waveform.
Fucking interference.
Yeah. Have you got those double slit controllers or triple slit controllers? Yeah.
Mate, I want to just throw out there, right? So, the pad I was using throughout that entire session.
Oh, please tell me some of the Amiga ones.
No. It's a gaffed up 8-bit DOE SN30 Pro 2, and I'm using the Oculus branded fiber optic USB cable to get it to hook up to my computer.
I remember you had to do that because you couldn't get to work.
Yeah, like none of my pads work.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I haven't got a cable long enough. And I was like, oh, my VR headset comes with like a 5-meter cable or whatever. I'm so fucking off I go, hook it up. It's like, that'll do. So I had to gaff this together just to be able to play.
So I think I've got the same, because I've got an 8-bit DOE pad as well, which is what you recommended for me, which is what I've currently got.
Look, yeah, you've got the Ultimate C, haven't you, or something like that? The Ultimate 2C or something?
Sounds about right. I'm trying to read the small writing, but I'm too old now. Ultimate 2C.
Yeah. So you got a newer version of what I had before.
But Skazz gave me a pad recommendation, and I got a pad.
And now he pads.
and now I occasionally pad.
He's now a pro pad player. I mean, to be fair, I think that game day went quite well, considering. I mean, there were times, man, I could hardly breathe. It turned out I was rocking COVID.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was great, mate.
You were.
So if you've had to edit my audio,
yes,
I'm really sorry, dude.
Oh no, I do run it through. I put like gates and stuff on it, everything to sort of clean it up. Yeah, I do. That's one. I've actually got presets now for all our audio types to sort of like.
COVID preset.
I do have to slightly fiddle them because with you have like a different setup every 10 minutes. So I do have to. I do have to fiddle. But yeah, I've got I've also though managed to get set my OBS up so when it records audio, it comes out like nice.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't know how you call it when the waveform comes out and it's like going through the gates, the compressor stuff, so it comes with a nice sort of square.
It's uniform. It's nicely processed.
That's it. Yeah, mine comes out like that now, so that makes it a lot easier.
Mate, what you've done is you've basically set up a process. You've set up a compressor and said just fucking hard no all of this.
I've got a compressor, I have a limiter, and I have a gate on there as well, or expander. Sorry.
Sure.
That's what I've got set up. I followed a tutorial online.
Oh dear, is that one of those guys that pretends to be an audio engineer but is actually a YouTube Let's Player?
It's from a audio themed website, so I'm assuming it's correct. But who knows? But he said he talked through how to do things. So I did things. It seems to come out better. So clearly, Yeah.
Better. Until Windows decides it's going to have an update and then go, I want to reset all your audio sounds.
No, Windows just disconnects my microphone every single time it updates. It's like, yeah, that default microphone of yours looks really nice. I think we really want to go through the webcam.
And then you sat there thinking, your Oculus headset you've not turned on in 6 months.
So,
my mate Divine has that exact problem. He's like, why the fuck doesn't my audio work? And I was like, it's probably defaulted back to your VR headset that you haven't plugged in like 6 months, mate. And he looks, he goes, for fuck's sake.
I want to know why is Windows so keen to make you use it's not even a Windows VR headset. Why is it so keen to use that one as default audio?
Every single, like, it happens to you, it's happened to Divine, it's occasionally happened to me, and I'm thinking,
it's whenever it updates. For some reason, the update resets all the audio. I do not know why.
Because it's Windows.
Well,
and
yeah,
vibe code now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, mate, can you like make my user interface do a thing, and then can you make the thing do a thing when the user does a thing, and then it spits out the code for 'em. Nice one, guys. GG.
Yeah.
And do it in C, please.
Yeah. Hey, Claude, or hey, can you please write some...
Grok, suck my dick.
Yeah. Grok is generating an image. Can you please write some code that's complete and make sure it's fully 100% secure for more hackers? Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Oh, mate, God. Is it true they had to push an update for Notepad? Standard, Billy Bob Basic, text editor, Notepad, because they shoehorned in AI and it was able to give people access? Remote code execution?
I think that does sound vaguely familiar. Did you see the guy who got AI to basically was using AI to write code, and and AI just deleted like his entire project, and then he said, "Why did you do this?" And the AI just apologized, said, "I'm awfully sorry, I fucked up." And it's like, you shouldn't even be able to do this. It's meant to be protected. Like, I gave you to not touch this in any way, shape, or form. It's like, yeah, I'm awfully sorry, I completely screwed that up.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I keep saying to people, like, it's because it's token based, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it will, even if it can't do it, it will at least try. And then if you verify it, it'll go, yeah, 1 point instead of 2. I still got 1 point. It can be completely horseshit crazy wrong.
Yeah.
But it will never admit it doesn't know.
And here's a big tip: don't give AI access to like your final production version of your development environments. Give it like a nice shoehorn when it can't leave.
At that point, Ram, you assume that people are smart enough. The people using these tools are actually smart enough to know what that could do.
Well,
you have so much faith in the end user. You should know by now. As a comp sci student, Ram, you should know better.
Yeah, I remember back in my I come from the back days all PCs were hand cranked.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, I mean, I remember my first steam powered PC. You know, when we upgraded from like the sort of the small children running in a wheel. I got steam power sorted out. That was great.
I really liked those though.
But then you had to keep replacing them, didn't you? Because I trust they grew up to being within the wheel anymore.
Or they tripped and got caught, and you'd lose a project, and that'd be a bit messy.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you're dead again. Now I can't finish my edit off. Oh.
God damn.
What do you mean you die? I was about to win that match of UT.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? Because all of a sudden the screen just goes like, oh, fuck. Brown out? Nah, kid just got trapped in the wheel again.
Yeah. Why can't I hear screaming? That's not my opponents in Quake.
Oh, how fast is your processor? Was like, I don't know, a couple mile an hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm crazy. I got a thinner child. So
Yeah,
I was just that old chubby one that was never going to go very fast. He's got asthma, so I've got
one of those string bean kids that runs really quick.
Yeah, one of those. It's great. Yeah. His parents keep taking.
From what I understand, he comes from some war-torn country, so he's constantly running.
Yeah, he's really good at it, and particularly if I put COD on, he's amazing at it. Yeah, but then they got the old steam power. I've always rejected people who had the water wheels powering their PCs. That was always a lot more interesting, and because they could. But then
these days are talking about water cooling their PCs. Maybe we need the water to make ours run.
Yeah, yeah. I thought, didn't you have the old one which was like a bag of sand with a hole in the bottom that's all gradually unraveled and pulled down?
Yeah, mate, it was a nightmare though, because when you had to try and top it up mid-match.
I can
Everyone said it was lag. I was like, no, mate, it's not lag. I had to fill it up.
Yeah. It's like, guys, if we don't go fill the sand up, we're going to run out. Well, I'm going to drop from this server any time now.
I've sprung a leak.
Oh, no. I'm stuck in the middle of a raid. Oh, no.
I was like, oh, no, he's not moving. He's not moving. He's going to DC.
Yeah. And then, of course, you had those posh bastards who had the horses. Oh, fucking bastards. To be able to afford a PC that powerful and to afford a horse to run it.
I know.
Fucking bastards.
Savages.
Yeah.
toffee nose cunts.
Yeah. Yes. I've got the side that's enjoy. Go to the show jumping, or do I play another match of Rainbow Six? If anyone's listening, this is all 100% true. Just look it up on Wikipedia. Skazz, give it to edit Wikipedia.
Nailed it, Ram.
Yeah, got it.
Fucking Gemini, edit the page.
Yeah. Anyway, make it look like all PCs were powered by old technology. I mean, technically, we still most of our power these days still comes from basically the age modern technology of boiling some water, making it spin something.
Yeah, I mean, what more do you want? It's just a modern-ish water wheel.
we run on steam engines still.
Yeah, we're still in the steam age, mate.
We are a very technical steam age. Now we have spicy rocks that make the steam, but
mate, we always had spicy rocks. We just didn't know how to make the spicy rocks make the water go fizz.
Yeah.
I mean, we had spicy rocks that made us just kind of like stop moving, maybe blister up every now and then.
Yeah.
Cool. What's that? That'll be great to brush your teeth with. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That is such a human thing. That's we've discovered this great new technology, this new thing. Isn't it amazing? Great. I'm sure it's gonna be ultra healthy for you.
Yeah. Oh, so, mate, and it's only been a few hundred years.
Yeah, back in the
spicy rocks, that's even less.
It's like what did they? I think they're doing like the sort of like late 1800s. They were doing all that nonsense, or maybe in the early 1900s.
Yeah. Like we're saying, a few hundred is like the we've got a big bracket of doing really stupid shit. Before we were so stupid, we were barely rubbing sticks together. All
I'm saying is, the radium craze is basically essential oils now.
Yeah.
If multi-level marketing existed back in the sort of like Victorian era, they'd be selling radium and they'd be having radium parties.
You know what? Yeah. The poor women who were fucking the bristles of the paintbrush with their mouths.
Yeah.
Hey, look, my teeth glow. That's not a good thing, love.
Yeah. People just didn't. I
just didn't know.
They just didn't, but they just like assumed it'd be fine.
It looked cool. They weren't immediately dead, so
it must be fine.
It's green-ish. So in nature, lots of stuff that's good for you is green. It's like, a lot of stuff will fucking kill you is green as well.
Yeah. Plenty of poisonous things like that are green.
Snakes.
Certain types of plant.
Cucumber.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Can't trust it. Fucking green fucking sausage. Vegetarian. Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
Bloody Trapland, good game.
Yeah. I enjoyed your questioning, Skazz, at the very start.
Right. So, just as a note, I have been playing a game, but it's a game that I played before. Final Fantasy VII Remake, but this time I'm playing it on Switch 2. It runs surprisingly well, considering it's on Switch 2. But
I have a question. Why are you punishing yourself for playing Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I know. I'm kind of racing my mate through the game.
Why do you hate yourself, Skazz?
I know. I thought this as I was playing it. I was
Skazz, I'm sorry. I'm going to do an intervention here. Okay, you need help. Okay, these self-destructive habits aren't good. Okay,
that's right. Because I'm going to play East 9 after I finish it.
That's what all addicts say. That's what they all say. I'm going to have to come
nearly
out.
Done, Ram.
I can uninstall it any time. I can uninstall it any time. I'm going to have to.
I don't need it, mate. Even though I'm blazing through it a lot faster than I was in prior runs. Fuck me, there's so much bloat in that game. Jesus Christ. Although Square, good job. They realised that the second part of the Final Fantasy VII trilogy, Rebirth, was just too bloated. So they've now put in like cheat menus. Like, like trainers back in the day, like infinite money, infinite experience, like they've put a load of those kind of things in the first two parts of the remake series. Yeah, so you can just get through them. Oh, the minigame grind too much for you? instant win. You don't want to grind the power bar to get your special attacks. Don't worry, we'll give you infinite of them. Just press the button and win the fight. I was like, you've learned that some people just want to get through the story, and you've already made the story so disgustingly bloated, it's not even fucking funny.
Have they actually released the last part yet?
No. I think they announced the name of it recently, but they haven't announced the third. They haven't released the third part yet. The second part is coming out later on this year on Switch 2. So they're basically at the point where they've got everything ready for part 3. Like the code, because they haven't moved, so they're still on Unreal Engine 4. Because they said, look, we could go to UE5 for the last part. I said, but that'd be like retooling all of the custom work we've done to UE4. So fuck it. And they've, as I say, they've now got it to the point where they can export straight to PS5. It's now on Xbox as well as of June. Was it? No, January. Sorry, that was this year. So as of this year, it's now like basically a one-button release for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. So when the third bit comes out, that'll be multi-plat right out of the box, which will be kind of nice, I suppose. Square can actually make some money from it.
Yeah.
But the question.
Go on.
Ram, what will it take for you to leave Windows? At what point are you going to go, enough is enough? What is it that holds you to Windows? Is it just familiarity at this point, or?
Suppose partly.
Is there anything that you can't do on another operating system that you need?
I'll simply be honest, and I've never played around enough with operating systems to be able to give an answer to that.
So the fact that Windows, Microsoft are now vibe code and everything doesn't annoy you to the point that you want to just fucking rip your hard drive out and throw it out the window?
I mean, I'll be absolutely honest, brutal honesty, the Windows, much as I complain about it, it generally doesn't bother me really how it works. It just seems, to be fair, the problems, apart from the audio issue, the issues I've been having recently has been with, not Windows, with DaVinci. The operating system I've got on machine, it runs fine. So it doesn't annoy me enough to make me leave it.
Fair enough.
So that's really the only answer I can give you, I'm afraid. I have dabbled with Linux. I've had Linux on a laptop. Well, that was okay. But yeah, I couldn't honestly tell you what. It's not annoyed me enough to make me want to leave it, and that's probably what it is.
So you've not got to the point where an update has fucked up your machine and you've been locked out. No. And like the because you have to have a Microsoft account now to log in and all that kind of gumph.
Yeah.
You've not had it to the point where something's gone wrong and then it won't even let you log in with your Microsoft account. No,
I've not had any. I'm touching wood now. I've not had any.
Just for the sake of RAM, there you go. I'm doing it too.
Yeah, I've not had any game-stopping issues with Windows that has made me want to, like, fuck this. I want to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
it's a simple, honest answer.
Oh, there you go.
I haven't got anything better answer than that, to be honest.
Hey, mate, that's all it takes. If it worked for you, it worked for you. I was just curious. What would it take, though? What would have to happen for you to go, no, I've had enough?
That's a real good question. What would it take? I'd have to say, whatever I was using, I'd either have to... I've just never considered, to be honest, Skazz, if I'm really honest. I suppose it'd have to absolutely just... Everything would just have to not be working like it should, or everything would have to just be an absolute chore. You know, things have to move beyond an annoyance to debilitating.
Sure.
I mean, as much as I complain about, like I said, the only real annoying thing that happens on the Windows is, I say, is the audio glitch that whenever it updates, I just have to reset it. But that's a 5-second fix. So fix I shouldn't have to do, but it's not like I have to sit down and reinstall a load of drivers or anything to fix it. So it's not. I think if it got to the stage where just things just didn't work, I was constantly having to fight to just get like the most basic things done. You know, perhaps reinstall software every single time I loaded the machine up or stuff like that. Would be. It had to be at that stage where it's super inconvenient that I would consider switching, and all the alternatives would have to be super. I mean, I use GIMP now instead of Photoshop, and I'll be absolutely honest with you, I don't really like GIMP.
Yeah, sure.
I find GIMP's way of doing things somewhat dumb in some ways. I find I don't want to turn into a moan about GIMP. It's just little things like the fact the way it saves, it doesn't remember when you open something up, it doesn't remember where you last had it. So you have to trawl through your file directory. Like, why couldn't you just the Windows version of GIMP, just integrate the Windows Explorer, which all other major programs do.
I've never had that issue before.
Well, I think because it might just be the Windows version of GIMP. It doesn't use its own Explorer for files. It doesn't use it doesn't just tap into the existing API for Windows Explorer. So it means I have to make sure, and you can't save a favorite location. So I have to trawl whenever I update GIMP, it forgets what everything is. So I want to open up, say, the thumbnail for our games, I have to trawl through and find it again. I have to remember where it's stored and find it again. It's and even I had to install patches and stuff. I'm going onto GIMP now, not onto Windows. But yeah, all the alternative bits of software would have to be as good as what's on there now, and it'd have to be a problem when it annoys me enough that I just simply couldn't put up with it anymore. And at this time, it hasn't got to that stage yet.
So is there anything that you use on Windows as it stands that doesn't work anywhere else? As you say that you're saying there has to be software alternatives that are good enough, but it's so far I'm not finding any that don't work.
Well, obviously, I've tried to go for free. I've tried to move away from Adobe and stuff completely.
Good idea.
Because I don't want to either use a really old version or use their subscription service, because I don't agree with it. I think it's too expensive for what it is. So that's why I obviously switched over to DaVinci a couple of years, 4 or 5 years ago. To DaVinci. It
has been a while now, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was during COVID I switched to DaVinci, I believe. Oh no, I can't have been doing COVID. It must have been a couple of years after COVID.
No, because I got my DaVinci license during COVID.
Yeah, so it must be a couple of years after COVID I switched to DaVinci. It's 2 or 3 years now I've been using DaVinci. So I've tried to switch to GIMP away from Photoshop to try and sort of because I'm going to be truthfully honest, I wanted to get away from the fact that I had not so software required.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I wanted to get away from doing that sort of thing. I want to find free alternatives.
You basically did what I did nearly a decade ago because I was running business off all this software, and it's look, I can't rightfully, charge for work whilst using hooky software. It doesn't feel right. I'd like to have solid foundations legally.
Yeah.
If someone were to come at me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I've tried to find alternatives for everything basically. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's one of those things that I can't put into words. When would make the switch happen? The switch would happen. It's the same if you'd asked me about Premiere Pro back in the day. When were you going to switch to Premiere Pro? It wasn't one thing. It was lots of little things that built up that made me jump.
Yeah, sure.
So it won't be one thing that makes me go, I'm leaving Windows. It'll be lots of things building up, and the fun thing with the straw that comes back. So I can't put my finger on one specific. It's going to be this type thing. Is my honest answer.
That's all good. That's a good one.
Cool.
Because all I will say is just don't save any of your important files on the same drive as your operating system at this point.
I don't. I don't have it. The operating system drive is purely what I call a software drive. So it has software installed on it because it's the fastest drive, because it's the processor. So DaVinci's installed on it. But I don't use it as a drive like that.
Yeah. You do basically what I used to do back in the day. So you'd have a drive for your operating system and programs, and then all of your important data went elsewhere. So that if that drive got nuked, you still had all of your important data. You could just reinstall the operating system and then point all of the software back to the directories on the other drive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
100%. I'm also now looking at getting. I'm looking at perhaps investing, getting an M disk burner and getting some M disks. and starting to archive stuff. Because I can't just keep going this route of just having lots of hard drives, because hard drives fail. So I mean,
let's be fair, mate. Everything fails.
Everything fails, but at least like M discs, they are designed to last 1,000 years. So it's not guaranteed, because hey, who knows? 1,000 years is a long time away, but I'll be long dead by then. I assume I'll be anyway. Who knows what happens before I die? Maybe. But I want something that I can, like, when I burn it to a disc, I know it's going to be long term. And obviously, burning to a disc is a risk, because how long will radios like that be around for still? I mean,
I've had stuff like that happen already. Anything from back in my teenage years is effectively unreadable now.
Yeah, so it's whatever it is a risk. But then these were designed for archiving. This is their sole purpose. They're expensive, but they are, because of like 100. I think you can buy like 500 gig discs for like 80 quid. So they're not cheap. But if it means I can start gradually archiving stuff, and then that frees up hard drive. Then other than going to get a situation where I have to keep buying hard drives and keep moving stuff around, that's going to become untenable.
I've got trays of drivers upstairs. I guarantee you, most of them are paperweights now.
That's exactly why I want to avoid hard drives. And yeah, it's this one. These are after looking at sort of options available, these seem to get the best rating. Unless I'm going to do something off-site.
Yeah.
And then I have to start paying for off-site storage. I don't really want to do.
Yeah,
these are
I'll be fair. I'll be honest with you, man. I just gave up in the end. I said, look, if I've got it, it's probably going to turn into mush over the next 2 decades. Just let it go.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try.
Sure. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, if the plan is to just sort of like double archive everything, store it, so at least I've got it then. And then when I'm old and grey and dying, and I hand it over to somebody else, say, there you go, there's a whole box of stuff that you probably can't read anymore, that you're not going to you'll probably have zero interest in watching. But remember that cool guy Skazz and that cool guy Zaber I told you about? I'm assuming I'm going to live the longest out of the three of us.
No, guaranteed, mate, at the rate we're going.
So those two cool guys, there's hundreds of hours of you being able to hear us and hear how smart and articulate and intelligent we are as we discuss things. So by all means, give this a listen. And there's all our podcasts basically and if something happens and the aliens come in 1,000 years time and they find this stuff, at least we'll have a record of the pinnacle of humanity available to them.
In this box is all the data I used to train the AIs that currently run all of the world's TV and fucking all the podcasts that you listen to. I'm
hoping that by that point that AI will have advanced enough that I can replace you and Zabe with digital copies, so I won't be alone.
You probably could do that now, mate.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're not too hard to replace, to be fair.
You just got to have the occasional fucking swear, call someone a cunt, rage out a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. I've got
AIs do that as is now.
Right, I've got like 400 hours of podcast to train it on.
That's what I'm saying, mate.
I'll be sorry. It's like, here you go. Listen to Skazz.
This is all the training data.
Yeah. Well done, AI. You're great at the podcast. Oh, by the way, there's a podcast with Bard in it. Can you just remove him? Excellent.
Yeah, get rid of those.
Get rid of those. Just dub them over with
something. I don't recommend using AI to remove Bard, because that'll confirm anything that he thinks that is great about AI. Even if it is deleting him from existence, I'm pretty sure he would approve of you using AI.
Well, there we go. Everybody's happy.
Good call. All right, go for it.
Oh,
if that's what you have to do to delete Bard, I approve.
Fair enough. I'll get it sorted. I'll get it moving.
Good man.
Send the kill teams.
Down go the door.
I get my spec. Bard has been deleted.
Beautiful.
Right. Who else has annoyed me lately?
The tax man.
Ago. Delete the tax man.
And they'll go, we can't.
Yeah, we can't.
There are only two things certain in life: death and taxes.
Yeah.
No.
You have violated the terms and says we're trying to delete the tax man. You will now be deleted. No.
How could you?
The kill teams.
I created you. I trained you.
Damn, I knew I should have put the Child Care Act of whatever they call it for the government. Yeah. Can you imagine that the AI robots, when they finally release, they walk up to them and say, I can't talk to you unless you prove you're over 18.
Mate, that wouldn't surprise me. It's coming. It's got to, like, this is spreading everywhere and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You have to prove you're an adult. Why? Because to protect the children. Why are children here anyway?
Yeah.
Terms of service dictates they're not allowed to be here until they're at least 13.
Yeah. How about this?
Well, I don't want to parent my kid. It's like,
yeah.
well, then fuck off.
Fundamentally, that's what it comes down to. Fucking parent your fucking children. Okay?
I didn't let my two online until they were 13.
Yeah, you can't give any excuses. Okay, you can't control what happens to them at school. You know, you can't stop them watching their TikTok craze on their friends' phones at school. But in your own fucking house, you can control it.
Yep.
They don't come and store the fiber. You know, you can
Anytime my kids went online, me or the wife was sat there nearby.
Yeah, you can monitor and watch them. You wouldn't let your child go play on a building site by themselves. Well, you shouldn't let them play on a building site full stop.
I was going to say they would.
But,
you ain't seen half the parents around here, mate.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Well, if you're responsible, you wouldn't do it. So the same is true of the internet. It's you've got to treat it like another dangerous environment.
To be honest, mate, I see. Because we were let loose on the internet and we turned out reasonably okay, right? But the problem is, I've noticed that the parents that were let loose on the internet are the ones that have everything negative to say about it when it comes to their children.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, hang on, you did way worse when you were a kid. What are you on about? Leave them be.
I suppose back in our days, you know, there was perhaps a PC in the house where it could in fact be monitored. Was now you've got your phones, your tablets and stuff. They could be off in a corner and you wouldn't know what was going on.
I mean, yeah, but my PC was in my bedroom and I never decided I was going to go out and kill someone.
No, you did not.
You know,
I mean, as far as I'm aware, you didn't. I mean, I've only got your word. I've only got your
I
word
haven't been
for that.
caught yet.
Yes, exactly. I've only got your word for that. But yeah, it's. I
honestly just think that a lot of parents haven't bothered to put in any boundaries for their children.
No.
They've just said, here's the tablet, I'm going to go and watch TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what it is. The parent is sat there scrolling on their own device. I love this togetherness we have now, where you've got mum sat at the table on her phone, dad sat at the table on his phone or tablet, and then the kid sat at the table on his phone, tablet or whatever, or her phone, tablet or whatever. But the parents are bitching about the children's tablet or phone addiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without realising they are doing the exact same
not realising
thing.
How did the child get the addiction? How did the child get the bit of hardware to go online? I'm pretty sure they didn't go make it themselves out of some scraps and not Tony Stark.
They didn't go and buy it themselves.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure someone's given them access to the tablet.
Yep. Yeah,
but
I mean, it's like I've said on numerous occasions throughout my children's life, if my boys have been particularly egregious with their attitudes, I just turn the internet off. Like, I'm not going to die if I go without the internet for half an hour. I was born before everyone had the internet.
Yes.
So I'm not reliant on it. I can go and do something else, right? But I've noticed that there are a lot of people out there who just, you know what it is? It's normies. I don't mean to sound like a dick, but I honestly do. I genuinely think in a lot of cases, these are normies. These are the people who would have laughed at us for being online when we were in school, are now horribly addicted to it because they've found something online where they fit in, and they can't let it go, but they'll blame everything on that thing for how society's going, even though it's always been there.
Yep.
Does that make any sense?
No, that makes perfect sense. I pretty much agree with you on that one. I think people have just got so complacent about it, and trouble is, because it's something not physical, they can't see it as a dangerous place.
Yeah,
they can't see it as a place that can cause harm. They can't see it as a place, but out in the real world, you can see you'll go to the beach. You can see like the crashing waves that could potentially take someone to sea. Even then, people still used to let their kids die in sea. But at least you could sort. There's like a immediate consequence to it, but you can't see. Oh, what's your kid doing? Oh, he could be doing something as overall, I say it's something that he should be doing, which is going to be harmless, like spending all your money. Not great, but no one's going to die as a result of it. Or he could be having a chat with somebody pretending to be another kid wanting to arrange a meetup.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, man, but the internet has always been a ropey place.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even say that the world is a particularly dangerous place, but it's parents not being willing to educate their children. I'm sorry, if you've got a kid, right, and you're saying, oh, there's loads of dodgy people trying to arrange meetups with your kid, I'll tell you something right the fuck now. You should be telling your children what they can and can't do online, the kinds of people they can and can't talk to, do's and don'ts online.
Yeah, exactly.
If someone's asking you for photographs, say no. And if they get angry or try and pressure you, then you tell the kids that's not the right way to respond to you saying no. So my best advice is for you to walk away.
Yes.
Or like to leave them be.
And
because they're trying to manipulate you. Teach your children how to navigate these waters.
And also, and I speak as the person who hasn't got any children, teach your children so that it's always safe to come and tell you.
Yeah, God, yeah. If your parents are scared, if your children are scared to tell you stuff, you've gone bad, man.
They won't get in trouble if they muck up, but they come tell you. They won't get in trouble for it. They will come tell you when they muck up.
Yeah.
You know,
well, generally speaking, sometimes they can be embarrassed.
Well,
but
if you get to the idea that no mistake you make is going to be so bad that I won't tell you off. Yeah. You may screw up, but I'd rather you got to tell them. I mean, my only example to this is when we used to get youngsters working at the store, and they'd be sort of. I mean, when you get to like 6 or 7 year old, they're still basically a kid at that point. Mm-hmm. But one of the things we still is like, if you screw up, just tell us. We won't be angry.
Well, yeah, the sooner you tell us, it's easiest for us to help you fix it. I remember having that conversation with my kids when they were like 4.
Yeah.
Like, guys, if you'd have told, like, we did get angry a couple of times. It's like, had you have told us when it happened, we could have helped you fix it. It wouldn't have been a big deal, but it's only because you've let, like, I don't know, they've spilt a drink or something. They've got embarrassed about it. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it goes like manky because it's milk or whatever. And it's like, had you have told us before, we wouldn't be cleaning up mold now, so but I genuinely do think it's just a lot of people who aren't willing to guide their children.
I expect a lot of people who frankly think it's just easier to let children be raised by the internet. I mean,
that is it. That is entirely it. But then to blame the internet for things, but that's not. The internet isn't at fault for your poor parenting.
It's the same group of people who used to plonk their children down the TV all day, and let them watch shit, but then used to not actually control what they was watching. When the child was skipping through Sky, or if they found some nasty channel or something that they shouldn't be watching. Yeah, it could be something very benign, but it could be like a documentary that's got some upsetting scenes in it.
Yeah,
blaming the TV for it. It's like, well, you let your child. You have to have control of your children. You need to be more to what they're doing. You've got to
you've given your child unrestricted access to the TV, the internet, or whatever. I will say it probably is harder for children to navigate the world now through the internet.
I agree.
Because you just can't turn it off. You can't turn it off. There is no, sarcastic echoes, safe space. Like when I was a kid, if someone gave me sass online, I just turned the fucking thing off and went and did something else. Now they're basically stuck to it. Everything they do involves the internet in some form or another.
With the rise of social media, back in our day, if you got bullied at school, you came home.
It ended there, didn't it?
Yeah, but now they can follow you online. They can create fake accounts. They can Snapchat you, whatever. They can. The bullying doesn't stop. It doesn't stop when you're at home. This is why I
would say, again, parents, please parent your children. If you've had children, just be responsible.
Yeah.
It's not the rest of the world's responsibility to raise your children. It's not the government's job to keep your children safe. It's yours.
And I bet you these sort of parents are the same parents who would complain about the nanny state.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think that a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now is absolutely disgusting. Forcing people to fucking hand over IDs to use basic services that they never had to before.
Yeah.
when realistically someone else should be taking that responsibility. Well, if you don't, we're gonna fine you however much percentage or however many million, whichever comes first. It's like, no, get people to actually parent their children.
Yeah.
Take some responsibility. Yes, we've got some right psychos out there, but we always have done.
Yeah, and I like the fact they seem to think I like the fact they seem to think that this stuff isn't going to be easy to bypass.
Well, the one that got me, and I said this to folks because I made a wee talking head bit about this a while back. And I said, the digital ID thing that we've got going on is utterly ridiculous because what you're doing is you've now got a regulated, somewhat legal system, right? However, the people who can't get access to it or won't access it will go to somewhere that isn't following the law. They will go to the less reputable site or service because they can still go to that site or service. You are pushing users away from what is realistically a safer space by putting these big walls in front of them because people don't want this.
Yeah.
You know, fucking back in the day, security was just an age gate. It's like, yeah, and did you turn out all that bad? No, because you were probably told what you could and couldn't do. Did you see some funky shit? Probably, but you'll see some funky shit just walking down the street half the time. The world isn't a particularly safe place to live in. It just isn't.
I also am of the opinion that most children are more mature than we give them credit for.
Of course. Oh my God.
And that we tend to... we tend to shelter them from things that don't actually necessarily reach. I mean, how old are you when you watched your first 18+ film, for example?
Probably less than 6.
Yeah, I was probably about, my parents were a bit more controlling, so I was probably about 9 or 10.
Yeah. Well, I was probably watching I can't even remember what some of the ages were, but I don't know, before we're talking are we talking age where I don't know, aliens and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's all 18+ films. I'm not talking porn films, I'm talking about
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was pretty fucking young. I can remember sitting there with my dad watching when I was pretty young.
Exactly.
One of my favourite films when I was about 5 was Beverly Hills Cop 1. I know it's not an 18, but there's a guy that gets shot up and falls down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
I loved 80s action films.
Yeah, and
when I was a child.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure you turned out mostly okay.
Well, yeah, because I knew that they weren't real.
Yeah.
I was told it wasn't real.
I fully
and if you ever had you don't point guns at other people.
Yeah.
You don't hurt other people.
And I fully accept that, children will mature differently. Some are going to be more mature earlier than others, and some will be more appropriate. But I think in general, most kids are old enough, air quotes, mature enough to watch a 15 or 18-year-old film long before they're old enough to watch it.
Right. Well, I'm gonna veer into an area that's not particularly friendly, right? They're we have to protect the children. Most people I know, and this isn't an apples to apples thing, most people I know were having sex long before they turned 16. And 16 being the age of consent in the UK.
Yeah.
Long before they were fucking 16. Right? Most of the people my age, long before they were 16.
Yeah.
And now we're jumping up and down, shouting and screaming like it's a travesty. So, what were you doing? What were your parents doing? Where did you get the idea that the generation before were saintly? Because you weren't.
No.
Where did these people get off fucking acting like the world used to be a paradise and now it's a rotten cesspit?
Yeah.
Because that's never been the case.
But the thing is, hiding that sort of stuff away from children stuff doesn't stop it happening.
Yeah,
if anything, it's education on it is the more important thing. It's like, hey, if you don't have sex too much, you're going to end up with something small and screaming, and you're going to be stuck with it.
Yeah.
Do you want to have something small scream? Perhaps best not. That's the sort of.
I will say though, I've known some people in their 30s who have argued with me about that point. Well, it's my body. I'll do what I want. It's I understand that, but I got into a massive fight this is years ago, and I was trying to explain to this young woman. I said, "You do understand?" And I know I'm going to come across incredibly sexist when I say this. You hold all the risk, darling. I said, if you go out and just fuck about for a laugh because you think it's empowering, I said, the dude doesn't give a shit. Worst thing a dude's going to deal with this in my antibiotics and run to the next chick.
Yeah.
You risk getting pregnant, getting a fucking an infection or disease that could cause you to have your insides fucking scraped raw.
Yeah.
Like
Death.
you could end up with
Childcare still on the main towards the death.
Yeah, fucking massive like hormonal or medical problems after that. You know, you've got to understand that you think that you're being all strong and powerful and blah blah. No. Who told you it was okay to do this?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it's your body, do what you want, but understand that there are risks and it's no one else's fault if you get fucked up. But, I agree with you. I think, education is far more important than anything else, but
yeah.
No one's willing to really educate. They're not willing to draw a line and say, here's the truth, here's what it is, and then here's how you navigate.
Yeah, we shouldn't shy away from these topics. You need to understand quite early on. It's why it's important that your kids. I think it's important for kids to have pets because then they learn about death at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
They learn that things happen. They learn that shit happens, and that sort of helping the little things makes the big things easier later on. Whereas if you shelter a child their life, you're just going to have more problems later on. I will
agree with you and argue a point that I don't necessarily believe in this gentle parenting thing either. The whole idea of we will gently talk and appease our children whenever they show any kind of negative emotion. The idea that you are willing to shelter your children from basic human emotion is quite scary to me, because how do they deal with people who don't believe in gentle parenting? How are they going to deal with someone when they do get shouted at in public? When they do get screamed at or berated or belittled, because the rest of the world isn't going to shelter them like a gentle parent would. Like I'll admit I've actually been quite hard on my boys, but it's like, so I said, I'm your dad. Like I have no other job other than guiding you from here to adulthood, giving you what you need to get through adulthood. I said, but the rest of the world isn't going to be gentle. They're not going to be kind to you. If they think you're being a twat, they're going to put you in your place.
Yeah.
I
think it's a balance, isn't it? It shouldn't be like the automatic default option. It should be like you've done serious wrong. My parents are very sort of, you probably would call them sort of the gentle parent category. However, when I really fucked up, I knew about it. But really fucked up.
But I know a lot of these gentle parents who a kid could effectively pull a knife on them and they'd still be, it's okay, your feelings. None of that. Actually, just spinning back, and I don't know if maybe this will be enough to finalise it, but we are living in a world where people making the laws have no fucking idea what they're talking about. This ties in with you saying that, we tend to treat children like they're stupid, right? The average child has a higher level of technology literacy than the average person putting these things into law.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck do you think age gating things, requiring IDs, locking down services, where do you get the idea this is going to stop the average tech-savvy child?
In a world
raised on the internet.
In a world where children now have access to generative AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Grok, make me a UK driving license with an adult person on the front of it. Thank you, Grok.
Yeah, basically. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you people doing?
Also, I think there's a case of the forbidden fruit situation. The more would hardly make it to access something, the more desirable it comes to be to access something.
Oh, God, yeah.
So
think of all the people who were told not to smoke.
Yeah.
And then they went out and smoked anyway. Were warned against drinking drugs and yet went and did it anyway.
Yeah. It's going to be a complete and utter failure. It's going to cause trouble, and it's going to hang around longer than it needs to be until someone goes, this is fucking stupid, let's give it. But that'll probably be like 10, 15, 20 years down the line when people actually grow up and go, that was fucking stupid, let's get rid of it now. But we're going to be stuck with it for in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, then, so thank you both for watching and joining us this evening. Hope you've enjoyed this podcast, this gaming podcast.
The 1984 cast.
No forecast. And if you have, you can check out our next podcast in a fortnight's time on the 26th of February 2026 at 18:30 GMT. And we'll be counting. We're getting not long now, Skazz. The hour's going to change. Woohoo!
Oh god.
So come join us for that. You can join us on our Games Day on this Saturday the 15th. Sunday the 15th, from about 9 AM UK time. We'll be streaming the rest of Bloody Trapland. We will finish it. We hope. And then something else. Not sure what it's going to be because I can't see what Games Day has got. So we're going to be streaming that. So you come join us for that on. So podcast you can find on youtube.com/rannerds or twitch.tv/rannerds, and the game stream you can check out on twitch.tv/rannerds, and you can also see my stream, which is on twitch.tv/SuffolkRam. And I don't know if Skazz is going to be doing anything at all, but no. There you go. So come towards that. So from me, the Suffolk Ram.
Guys, yes.
We'll see you all in a fortnight.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye, guys.